Hi, I'm Jamie from Sci-Vision. Thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. I
Hi. Hi.
season. Hi, Anjana. Nice to see you again. I think
Yes,
this
I feel like we've met before, no?
yeah, we have. So to start out, both of you talk about a bit about your characters and why did you want to be a part of the project? We'll just go Mimi, then Anjana.
Um, for me, I mean, obviously Agatha Christie is iconic, and like I don't think any actor would ever, see an opportunity to tell one of her stories and say no. But you don't want to get too excited. We see so many things, so you can't get that excited, just at the first sight. But I think for me, I've never done period before. So I was very excited to, enter that world and have that sort of experience, because there's a lot of things that you get to do that like are just very different from all the other jobs. And then on top of that, I mean, I love England. I love working in England. I am lucky to travel, but that's my like ideal, is to be able to go somewhere beautiful in England where I can get home if I need to, because I love my dogs. But it's also just like, so it was very immersive, and I felt like we were really going to have the opportunity to be in Agatha Christie's world and in her story. And that's just not something that, I mean, it's not something I've had the opportunity to do before. Usually filming something is very different to the actual final product. It's filmed all in the wrong order, and it's all in completely different places, and you don't really see it or feel it until you see the final product. But with this, I feel like we kind of were very in it. I was feeling it before it was finished, and that's very special. So that's probably what drew me to it, and my amazing castmates that are so fabulous.
Hey, Anjana.
Yeah, a few reasons. Firstly, it's always the part and the script. And just thought there was an elegance to it that I really liked. And the fact that it felt a little bit more unusual to the Agatha Christie's I'd seen before. As much as I loved those Agatha Christie's, I'm a fan. I thought that, oh, this feels a little bit more surprising. And I wanted to explore what that would be. And then I met Sam, who has done a lot of theatre like myself, and I knew his work in the theatre. So I felt like his taste in actors would be really good. And I was right, because he assembled like just this most amazing ensemble of actors. And at the time I spoke to him, he was already talking about Angelica Houston and Matthew Rhys, and they're two of my favorite actors. So I felt like all of those reasons together, it made it a very natural yes for me, because there were just sort of too many good people involved in it to not say yes.
Because you say that and you talk about the cast, was there anything you learned from the cast, like, performance wise, that you kind of took away from it?
Gosh, I really loved the scenes that I wasn't in. Like I loved watching you and Audrey, being catty and delicious together. And I loved watching Clark Peters do that incredible
Oh,
monologue
yeah.
in one take. I love the scenes. I love watching Matthew Rhys every time he had something to do, because he's just infinitely watchable. Um, there was just so much that I loved, that when I wasn't in it, I was watching the monitor. And because it's an ensemble piece, the nice thing is we're in all the time. So if we're not doing a living room scene where we're all together, or a dinner scene that we're all together, someone else is off doing a scene as a pair. and
And we're all
and
together
yeah, and we're
in the green
but I'm
room.
also often like watching that scene to see how it unfolds, because I love watching those actors. And I think that is testament to feeling like I just want to watch and learn how you're doing this and how you're unpacking it. So I really, really feel like I learned a little bit from everyone,
I
because
think
everyone was
that's
so
very
good.
true. It was a lot. There was a lot to see. Usually you're focused on a lot,
Yeah,
focused on what you need to do, but on this job there was a lot to see and learn. You're definitely right about that.
yeah.
Where did you guys take like inspiration from besides the script or the book, the original? Was there anywhere else you kind of pulled your characters from for either of you besides that?
I always like looking at pictures and paintings and photographs of people, because even though it's a still image, I think you do learn a lot about body language and people's faces and eyes, and what I think a picture can tell you so much. So I love doing that sort of thing. I love music is also way into characters. um I love like the linear approach of research and practical questions and answers, but I also like a non-linear approach of just a mood or a feeling, or watching a film that has like nothing to do with a murder mystery, but you know, has a certain elegance or temperature that is like interesting to watch, that might remind me of the character or a moment in the show. So yeah, lots of little different things. I like to sort of, I'm a bit of a magpie, I kind of like gather from everywhere. Yeah,
I agree. I actually think it's because when you're doing period, you were saying earlier, like sometimes I think it's easy to get caught up in thinking, oh, it's period and it's really long ago, but the things that are happening to the characters are things that happen to people all the time. Like the things that are happening, like heartbreak and betrayal and all of these things, they happen in modern stories, they happen in our lives, they happen in my life, I'm sure they happen in everyone else's life. And I think it's important just to remember that this is a story that's just people from another time, but they're still just people. So I think it's important to not over complicate it in your head. Like, how would you feel if this was happening to you? And then we're in a place that looks slightly prettier and we're in clothes that are like slightly cooler, but it's still just the human experience. I think it's important to keep that in it. That's what I did anyway, because I didn't want it to, I think that makes it more genuine.
Talking about those clothes, how did, the costumes help you in that regard?
Oh, so much. I've always been very lucky with costumes. And it's one of my favorite parts of the job. And you were agreeing earlier, weren't you? That one of the first things, the first glimpse of the character that you get, aside from whatever material you get in the process before you've got the job, is the trying on the clothes, because you never really know how it's going to happen. There's usually a million different things, and you're there all day, and it's like the most fun thing. I've never been like, oh, I really wish this fitting would end. I'm always sad when a fitting ends.
Well, you had
because
some amazing outfits to try, so
I did.
So that probably made it fun as well.
And some of them were made like for the characters, which was like really special, because also the team sort of took into consideration at like what looks best on us and our bodies and what makes us feel confident, because obviously Kay is a very confident character, so it was important that to them that I felt confident and I felt sexy in the dress, because she needs to have like a confident, sexy energy to her, and that was definitely that helped me a lot. So I think the clothes are so important. I don't know if that's the same for everyone, but I definitely think for us the clothes helped us get into character. It always does.
Well, we're out of time, but thank you so much, both of you. I appreciate it, and see you on the next one, I guess.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.